46 seconds. Punches back. Touchdown.
The most anticipated show of the week. The second most anticipated show of the week. The first one is our Monday show.
Right.
Do you like our Thursday one better or Monday?
Thursday. Why is the branding gone? Why is the TNF Showdown Kings branding gone? On the bottom of the screen.
What the hell?
It used to say Thursday.
You know what? I think we changed it because we had two shows.
Yeah, but it's called Thursday Night Football.
1 second. Watch this magic.
Monday.
1, 2, 3.
Ah, yes.
That's artwork.
Yes.
Everyone on the show, everyone watching this show needs to get in the zone.
Or get the fuck
out. Mitch Snyder. We're always aligned. Watch. Everything that he likes, I like.
I love Snyder. He's probably my favorite person.
Here or in the world?
In the world.
Oh, so who's your favorite person here?
Snyder. Snyder's my favorite person in RPS.
Zins are in. Let's go.
Yes.
Perfect. Caldwell's here.
Yeah. I think this is just a guy with the same name as my friend and not him.
Yeah. No, I'm just picking friends. So Sterling Stedman's my friend from college.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Western Ontario.
He's my friend from prison.
From prison, yeah. Pen pal.
I'm sweating Patrick Rogers' first round leader at the RSM right now.
Oh man, Patrick Rogers to win.
I don't think he's gonna hold it.
Yeah, he sucks.
Zone. Andy's in the zone. Andy's always first.
I added some more flair for the people that didn't like my straw last week.
Oh yeah, that's much better.
Oh yeah. Sponsored by DraftKings.
Danglers. I like it. Greetings from Alcorn State. There you go. Devin, we've got some good ones. To guess the college today, I've got two good ones.
Speaking of college, wait, hold on. Speaking of college football, my Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets are playing tonight on Thursday Night Football, College Edition. So I'll get to watch like the first quarter before the NFL game starts, probably.
Mm-hmm. And who are they playing?
NC State. We're -8.5.
You like it?
Yeah.
You always like Georgia State.
Georgia Tech, bitch.
Okay, it's Georgia Tech. Someone went to Georgia State from the show last week. Fuck, I forget who it is.
Georgia Arbuckle.
Great memory. Yes,
Arbuckle.
The Argos. The Argos were honored on home ice with the Leafs last night against Vegas, who we smashed.
And that's what the over didn't hit, and I had the over. That was the only premium that lost yesterday, by the way. Was the fucking Leafs over because their defense played too well.
Yep, and their goalie. I have Darnell Washington.
Why did we not attend that game, by the way?
Which one?
Leafs and Vegas as our teams.
Yeah, we need to do the Vegas one.
The Vegas one.
That'd be fun.
Hopefully they play in the finals. That'd be
fun. Then I can get murdered for wearing a Leafs jersey and just acting mouthy.
That would be mint if they played in the finals.
And you could film it, and that's the way I'm going to go out.
Yeah. Tickets to that would be like $100 in Vegas and then like $1,000 in Toronto. Like to get in the arena.
Oh, wow. Oh, easily.
Yeah.
I lost the Seppuku challenge last week.
Yes.
I dishonored the crowd, the audience, my family in Japan by not.
You dishonored everybody that you're.
I said it so low. I said Cooper Rush less than 300 yards.
I did, and listen. You win against one of my core players. That was a mistake. Although I said Texans defense not to score 2 touchdowns,
they got one.
They got one.
You started when that happened. That sword.
I was like winning like $90,000, and then the Texans ran that back, and I was like, "You got to be fucking kidding me."
That's it. You know what, Beanair? You're going right after my heart tonight. Darnell is Russell Wilson's guy, for sure. What's up, guys? Do you geo-mean on Sabre? Would you ever use a geo-mean higher than optimal? Do you know what geo-mean is? Make it up if not.
I don't know what he specifically is referring to.
Describe what geo-mean is.
I mean, obviously it's a derivative of the word mean, but what is the geo for?
Geodes from the ground.
Here we go. Throw the ball and we win. You know what? We can't throw the ball very well, but we can run it.
So how are you going to win?
We're going to, I mean, we have a much better quarterback than they do.
Okay.
I will be at the game we have against UGA next week in Athens.
Who are they playing?
Georgia we're playing Georgia next week.
We are the Cats are going to Texas. They have to win to have a chance at the playoffs.
The playoffs?
Sorry, not the playoffs, but the
bowl. Wait, you only have 4 wins?
Yeah.
We got our 6th win by beating Miami last week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
That was big.
The other thing I want to talk to you about. Oh, here's the new one. Thank you, Brandon Baker. How do I know Brandon Baker? How the fuck do I know?
You're thinking
Brandon?
of Buda Baker.
Nope. I know a Brandon Baker. New concepts developed by very funny people on our Discord. I mean, you think of these shows like Around the Horn and all this bullshit that's getting knocked off the air. Of course it is. Because it's not a world now where it's audience, big gap, talent. Oh, I'm going to turn on the TV to watch these suits talk about nothing. We have 100x more knowledge. Our Discord is 200x more as funny as what they put out. And so most of the content that we get are bit development by our members, like in the bets chat today. The new one is from Joe Cole. I have to call you a sick fuck. That's it. You sick fuck for random things like.
Why am I a sick fuck?
No, nothing. You said hi to your mom today. You sick.
He does call me a sick fuck. He calls me a sick fuck regularly.
Yeah.
One that my friend, my dear friend Adam asked me to do for the show, which was
Schlechter, Codwell.
Yeah. He was asking if people wanted to roll over their King of the Court winnings free bet onto a King of the Turf bet for the player to get the most fantasy points today.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to start with that. The player that I think is going to get the most fantasy points today is Najee Harris.
Gross fantasy points?
Yeah.
Why? Because of the weather?
So the way, yeah. I think it's going to be Najee Harris because of the weather. He might run 30 times.
But Jalen Warren's getting a lot more action lately. That's the
but the speed doesn't matter as much in the rain. So Najee is gonna.
Is that rain speed?
That's me running.
Just do this.
Yeah. No.
Oh, by the way, great call.
I think he's gonna get the ball a lot. I think this game is gonna be like a rock fight, like 14 to 13.
Great call in NBA last night. Who was the guy?
What?
The great call in NBA last night.
Yes, my boy, Jalen.
What did he end up with?
45. I went all in. I won $20,000 on DraftKings. That was good.
Good for you.
I will say I will give credit here where it's due. Boynton, college basketball knower, Steve Boynton. I texted him. This is another. My dog is like vomiting over in the side. Sorry if you hear that.
Which dog?
The bulldog. Boynton, I texted him when the Cavaliers announced they were starting Jalen Tyson, and he was like, no, this guy was like a mass usage guy in college. Like he cost $10,000 salary for college DFS last year. Like if he's in, he's going to be doing stuff. It's not like some random guy starting. And that combined with the ease of their opponent and like how the game was kind of expected to go caused me to go all in, even though most projection models had him with very little points. So that was a massive advantage, and I want to thank Boynton for that $20,000. Drinks are on me next time.
Nice. Are you going to thank John for anything?
No.
Okay. Okay. So you sick fuck. The score of the game tonight, I think it's pretty much. The market has it, 21-17? Was a 3.5 point spread?
It's down to 36.5.
36.5.
So 20-17-ish, 20-16.5.
I have it 20-17 on the screws.
14-13, 13-10.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's not easy to kick field goals in the rain. 14-13 sounds right. I think the Browns win. Yeah.
And you think it's ground and pound?
Yeah. I have a hard time seeing that. I saw a stat earlier where Jameis Winston, this is his first game below 40 degrees in the pros, which I'm sure everybody's seen. But, not that fucking matters when you got like swag like Jameis Winston. I can only imagine the speech he's about to give in the tunnel before they go out into a fucking rainstorm.
Before he throws 2 interceptions. It's not rain,
Russ
dude.
might throw 3.
It's not rain. We've had snow in Kentucky. We're south of Ohio, like dead south. We're south of Cleveland.
It's going to be good. I like slot ball. Slot ball's fun.
It's cold and it's snowing.
Yeah. This is going to be like 35-degree rain, I think.
Yeah. I do like Chubb a lot.
See, I don't know that they're going to lean into him. It's like, is he going to get the carries? It's like running my indigenous settings. I just don't. I'm not getting a lot because he costs what he normally costs or a little less, and they haven't shown a willingness to give him the ball 30 times. I feel like Jerome Ford might be a good play.
I didn't give him. I mean, he got good yards per carry last week. He got more action.
Yeah.
Ford doesn't do a lot when he's on the field, even though he's on the field for more snaps. I would say Chubb 60 yards and a touchdown with no receptions puts him at a 12. That's what I have him at.
That's like close. That's like close to captain.
It's a lot of captain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For that reason, it's a lot of captain. The only other thing is I like this slate because Pittsburgh goes through who? Pickens, virtually all of it, and one of the tight ends. And he seems to like Washington more.
The smart move for the Steelers would be to play Fields today.
Yeah.
But they won't.
Cleveland goes through Winston seems to like Judy a lot, and they love Njoku. Njoku, if you said, give me 2 guys in the lineup that are going to be on every lineup, well, one guy, it's going to be Njoku.
I got those 3 Cleveland guys all the same. Njoku, Jerry Jeudy, Cedric Tillman, all identical projections.
That's where I came out too. I had tough time distinguishing.
They're all the same.
You could even maybe do Elijah Moore, almost.
Yeah, a little less, but yeah. He's a little more speed reliant. Which
that's where I think it becomes rule commitment then to it, like one of these.
I mean, I'm not going to do any rules because in a game that's this low scoring, it could be really stupid.
Yep. My friend Sterling Stedman is exactly right.
10.7 for all 3.
Yep. If you had to put one over the top, who would you put on top?
Well, Tillman's cheaper, so Tillman.
No, in terms of projection.
Oh, Njoku.
Yeah.
Because,
7 for 80.
There's not as much air distance on his targets.
Yep. And the exposure spots for both these teams in my notes. This is not a fake note, and I just lost all my notes, but it was here. Cleveland, good spots for them, wide receiver and tight end. Good spots for Pittsburgh, defense, tight end, wide receiver. So
I like Cleveland defense too.
100%.
I think both defenses you want to be playing heavy.
Light on kickers.
The light on kickers. Well, the thing is, it's going to be such a low scoring game. Like the kickers don't have to do a whole lot, but it's going to be tougher for them to make any kind of long field goal. But the defenses you want to be playing 30-40%, both of them.
Yeah. Yep.
Because the downside is just so low. Like I think there's like a very, very low chance either team scores 30. Like basically none.
Plus, Winston is turnover prone. So can Wilson be.
Well, I mean, he's been better this year. Winston has. I think the Browns play a little bit. I want to say they play a little bit more like a conservative strategy, but like he threw for like 400 yards last week. So,
who they play? They played. It was a revenge game against the Saints in a dome,
and he played well, and then the defense was terrible.
And New Orleans is herpes. Yes, Brandon McNair.
Yeah. This is
I got Brandon McNair. I always get Brandon
McNair. Where is he?
Should we be honest about it now? about what happened? The surgery?
The government doesn't pay for those anymore.
Yeah, so he has to get in quick before Biden's out.
Yeah, I don't know where Bryce is. I think Bryce.
I have no idea where he is. I saw a picture.
I have no idea where he is either. I talked to him earlier today, but I have no idea where he is.
There's a 80%. Well, there's a minus 250. He's asleep.
Yeah. He texted me at like 9 and he was like, yeah, like I'm betting some college basketball, but then I'm going to take a nap. I thought you were asleep, like blah, 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 blah. And then nothing. So he's probably asleep.
I will say this. You probably sleep less than anyone at this company. You never nap. Bryce is the king of naps. He loves his naps.
I don't miss things when I'm sleeping. Let's put it that way. If I'm sleeping, it's like I will get up to fix something.
You're passed out in a pile of dog barf.
Yeah. Yeah. That's my sleep. If I'll only sleep 8 or more hours if that happens.
Yeah. Well, good. Naps
which might happen because Georgia Tech's playing tonight.
Yeah.
Which is my go-to.
So you're going to be rowdy.
Yeah. My wife texted me and she had like a massive presentation at work today. She's like, are we going out for the Tech game? I was like, fuck. Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I'll stay away from you tonight in Discord. Last message to me last night was go to bed, ho. I was like, okay.
Let's go to sleep, ho. You got to know the fucking song.
Okay.
Go to sleep, ho. Go to sleep, ho. If you're tired, go to bed. Go to sleep, ho.
Okay. Thank you.
There you go. Chris.
Okay. Yeah. So I think I need to, with my Columbus settings, up the defenses. Right now, I'm getting about 25% of both.
Agreed. I'm getting about the same in like none captain, which I want some.
Yeah, it's putting Boswell ahead, which I'm fine with. I just don't think there's going to be multiple receivers on.
There's a world where nobody scores more than 15 in this game. Like fantasy points.
Yeah.
Like I don't think I have a single player projected over 15. I don't.
My highest projection is 14, and that's Njoku.
Yeah, I have Najee Harris at 14.5, and that's number 1.
I have George Pickens at 14 only because he's just going to catch 7 passes.
Really? Because they go down the field a lot to him. I don't know.
Najee Harris, I have at 11.5. He's going to have to get some yards to get to 14. That includes a touchdown. Like, that's 80 and a touchdown,
that's what I'm saying.
right?
He might carry the ball 30 times.
Yeah, so it's 80 and a touchdown.
Yeah. I did see the different versions of Kane. There was a guy named Gain who was a rainbow Kane, and then there was a guy named Coke Kane who was a white Kane. And that poured like LeBron dust on his face.
What circuit does Big Justice and AJ? What circuit are they?
They're fighting on AEW this weekend, which is the second biggest one.
Is his whole performance because he's trying to resurrect a lost wrestling career from when he was younger?
Yes.
Okay. And he's putting his son through all this?
Yeah, but also like his son probably has money so fuck it. Yeah. I wish I was subjected to that kind of child abuse.
Here we go.
Okay. Let me go through some of the players. Oh man, remember when David Njoku blew up fireworks?
A federal mail building? Yes.
He blew up fireworks in his face and burned his entire face off, and then he had to wear like a Bane mask to the game.
Was that him? I thought it was a Giants defensive
end. No. That's JP. JPP blew off his fingers.
That was it.
Njoku, it blew up in his face, and his entire face was burned, like third-degree burns. And so he wore like a crazy Bane mask to the game that week. Yeah,
Pierre-Paul blew his hand off. That was right. He had the claw after that.
Yeah, and he was still good, which is crazy. I'm looking through the players. I'm trying to think of who else.
It'd make it easier if Deshaun Watson was playing. Okay, just make it a lot easier. You can add that narrative to the Browns.
I mean, Russell Wilson kind of strikes me like he might be on the Epstein list.
Mr. Unlimited?
Mr. Unlimited.
Yeah, you're right. What is he unlimited at? What do we know?
I mean, he's pretty good at football.
He's pretty good. And how much Njoku are you getting right now, just in my Columbus settings?
I mean, Jameis Winston has also committed a lot of crimes.
Why am I getting no Njoku captain? It's insane.
I like Njoku captain. I'm not really eliminating a lot of captains because, again, any player could randomly be the highest scorer when everybody's going to score 15 or less.
Yeah, the same thing happened last week when we were talking about, I forget which player was getting no captain. I thought this is insane on Monday.
Joe Mixon.
It's Joe Mixon, right?
Who was the captain.
Who was easily the captain. Quickly.
Yeah. I mean, that was a weird slate because the shit with Flournoy, it just swung everything, and I put Flournoy in like every lineup. He got some good targets, but you ended up needing to go that low. Other than Turpin at 1,200 was all that you needed to go to, not 200 or 400.
All right, so do we do it? You did 14-13. I did 20-17. Our gross highest players are high. You're a little bit higher on on Harris than me, only because Warren is there. Because Najee may suck.
I'm with K. Phallic Burner. I know you're not. I am with you. I like Jerome Ford.
I have on my paper Ford over Chubb.
It's a question. It's a legit question that they might give him similar touches, and then you're looking at paying a nothing for Ford and paying a lot for Chubb.
I don't have a lot of love for Cordero, no.
My cousin Cordero. Let's see, what do I have on him? I'm getting a little bit, but not like a ton.
I think this is dangerous, Brandon Clegg.
My indigenous settings fade Chubb almost entirely, but I'll probably manually edit that out. But that's what it's giving me right now.
Chubb?
What?
What's your projection on him?
9.
That's it. I put 12. That implies a touchdown. I mean,
the problem is, like, he could score 2 touchdowns. Like, if they score 14, like, Chubb is the most likely touchdown scorer to me.
But I can see why you'd say 9 with Ford there and Ford getting more snaps.
Well, I'm thinking 9 for Chubb and maybe like 7 or 8 for Ford.
Yeah.
I've got them all projected for like nothing. Like the whole slate, nothing. Like all these players, nothing.
So your indigenous setting, excuse me.
Yeah. The defenses are the plays to me today. Yeah.
Okay. So I ran this properly, and I have Chubb at 12, so he's one of my highest captains. Is he cheaper than Njoku? No, he's cheaper than Pickens. And Njoku's about 25% captain.
Lean into the microphone.
Sorry. And Njoku's about 25% captain. Okay. Brown's now 45% of my slate at 7 points in flex.
Yeah. I'm thinking around 35% on Brown's defense, around 40 on the Steelers. And the captain slot, both of them 5 to 10. And then really spread the captain. Like, I don't think there's any reason not to play quarterbacks at captain. Just because if they get 15, that could be the top. It's not like a normal slate. I'm definitely going to play Russell Wilson and Winston at captain.
Yeah.
But
I've got 11 captains.
Yeah, I'm going to have a lot of captains. Like, I think that captain pool, Pickens, Wilson, Winston, Harris, Chubb, Judy, and Njoku, Tillman, Moore, Warren, Steelers, Browns. That's the captain pool.
Uh-huh. And then make sure, like for me, it's going to be min one of the Pittsburgh tight ends, probably lock and Njoku in a lineup.
If you're I can understand the logic behind locking and Njoku. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah. I think if I'm going to have spread out captains, I want to be aggressive in players that I think are going to hit the lineup. because usually we're locking the other side. Usually we're saying we're going to be 4 captains, so let's get heavy there. Now we're going to be spread out.
Slop. It's slop.
It's slop.
Like, I think it's very, very likely, a lot more than normal, that you have a solo winner.
So I'm gonna my focal point will be Njoku and a Pittsburgh tight end.
You want to play both tight ends.
Min one of a Pittsburgh tight end. I think Darnell Washington's the best leverage for us. He's not going to be owned too much, and he seems to be a favorite target of Russell Wilson. Plus, he's 7'5", 300 pounds. Yes, Mount Washington, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, for me, Najee's going to touch the ball so much.
Yeah,
I just at the price point, Najee to me should be the most expensive player, and he's like 6th or 5th. They've been really, really leaning on him.
Yeah, I think Darnell's the best leverage out there.
I'm not getting that much because Calvin Austin's cheaper, and
Darnell
he is
7
not.
points.
Austin doesn't have a ton of depth of target necessarily either. If they're throwing him screens, I've got him like 4 or 5.
I think Darnell's a 3 for 40 type guy for me.
I think he's going to have to score a touchdown to be optimal. Darnell Washington.
I think
you could also look at the backup tight end for Cleveland, Akins. I mean, Akins got used to do a lot of work for the Texans. Like,
yes, he does.
Mike Williams, he hasn't been on the field. He caught the one long ball, but he's a long ball guy. They're not going to throw a lot of long balls in the rain.
He's a 1 for 20, 3-pointer.
Right. He'll either get that one long pass or he won't, and he'll get 0.
That's right. Van Jefferson.
I don't have any Van Jefferson. Don't have Mike Williams.
No.
You're looking in that range. I would much rather have Freiermuth than either one.
Yep. Not that you need these super cheap punts, but
the only super cheap punts. I mean, are you talking about like below 1,000?
Skronik.
Pierre Strong as the 3rd running back for Cleveland could get carries.
Mm-hmm. And maybe Skronik gets a target, but I don't see this as this kind of slate where you need one of these guys.
No,
in a low scoring game.
So, no. Yeah, and the same logic for Pierre Strong holds for Cordero Patterson. They might give him the ball a couple times, and he can obviously break one.
Skronik is the nuke. Yeah, Skronik was the one cheapie that seems to. What's his targets last week? Skronik.
I think he recovered a special teams fumble.
Did he really?
Mm-hmm.
Ben Skronik, he also got a target last week. It basically on 16 targets, George Pickett's got 12 of them last week. It's insane.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be throwing a ton. I don't. I think they're going to be like 2-to-1 rushes to passes.
Or throwing it short to Darnell Washington, who's 8'4", 400.
Right.
That's why I like Darnell Washington a lot. This guy has the manliest background ever seen, but uses a filter. What the fuck do you use a filter? What filter? What are you talking about?
He thinks you have a filter.
I don't have a filter. This is all real. This whole thing is real. 100%. Hair's real.
The RPS sign is real.
RPS sign's real. Ladders are real. The Red Bull on the ladder's real.
I think he wants you to touch the RPS sign to prove it's real.
Okay, fine. Look, I moved the RPS sign.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Am I wearing foundation? Yeah. Injectables? Sure.
Yeah.
Jennifer Aniston peptides? Of course.
Yeah. It's like when I found out that like 90% of women got Botox, I was like shocked. But then I thought about it and I was like,
Tom Ford? Yeah. No filters, Elon. Okay. I think I like it. I think I like where we're going. I'm more in line with the under now.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be trash. And trash means solo winner. No floor. Garbage. Like, you could easily get fucking cleaned out, or you could spike, which it's more like a lottery this way, which a lot of people like.
So you are actually okay playing defense tonight, Captain? Yes, because they could be the highest scoring.
15 points is it. So it's like, if they score a touchdown, they're it.
Brandon McNair is the director of Cologne. Sorry. This is your recommendation. You said Tom Ford owed Minerel. Brandon McNair is our director of Cologne.
Not a Cologne guy.
I think Russell Wilson's probably a better weather quarterback.
That's not really saying much.
No, but
they're both deep ball guys, and this is bad weather for them.
But Jameson Winston's what? Florida State, the Bucks, and then a dome, and now he's going to play Cleveland in the snow and the wind.
But
what?
Unwavering belief in God.
That's why the show's successful, because
I need to see his pregame speech. I need to see it.
We need to do a pregame speech and film it for this show.
It's basically a wrestling promo.
I can see you in one of those unitards wrestling for sure.
Yeah, I would love that. I would fucking love it.
That's a potential outfit.
Yeah. I've never been in a wrestling ring, but I have been in the UFC ring after Brian Ortega got choked out or got knocked out by Alexander Volkanovski. I did Snow Angels in his blood.
There we go.
And everybody's like, how can you do that? It's so disgusting. I'm like, they test them all for hepatitis and shit. He's fine. He wouldn't be allowed to fight if he had it.
So, okay. Connect you doing Snow Angels and Volkanovski's blood to this game. And by the way, for those people who had Snow Angels and Volkanovski's blood and
Ortega,
excuse me.
Volkanovski doesn't bleed.
You've won. You've won the slate.
Oh man.
You sick.
How do we connect this back to the slate?
You sick fuck. Man.
We're trying to there's really not like a ton of criminals on this slate.
Yes, he would. Brandon Baker. How do I know Brandon fucking Baker? Is he in Lexington?
Oh, man,
I'm gonna check my phone. I got a Brandon Baker in my phone.
I will say I did not go to ask for my money back from Ortega. I went into the ring because DraftKings got me in the ring. Shout out DraftKings. So that was why I was in the ring.
Brandon Baker. Right there.
Is that him?
No, I don't know. He works for JMI. He works for IMG. I don't think that's the same Brandon Baker. That's who it was. I knew I had a Brandon Baker in my phone.
Yeah.
Shout out to Brandon Baker. If that is you,
so,
let me see his picture.
Snyder makes a solid point. Yeah, I would beat Mike Tyson.
Brittany. Yes, I would beat Mike Tyson.
Snyder says Russ had good cold weather splits until 2018, which is around when did he leave the Seahawks?
He was with the Seahawks. He was with the Denver for 2 years.
Right. So that he was
2021. 2021.
Yeah.
Here's the question. So Darnell Washington is my sneaky 335-1 play of the day. That's 12.5 points. That'll get there. What college did Darnell Washington go to? Huh?
Georgia.
That's bad because that was easy.
That was too easy.
What college did David Njoku go to?
New Mexico State.
No, it's got to be Arizona State. Miami. Sterling got it. He's at Miami. Of course he went to Miami. Of course he went to Miami.
I did not know that.
They have terrible firework protocol down there. But you know who got him out of the hospital?
Who?
Jonnu Smith.
Jonnu Smith is the best teammate in the league.
Ever.
He's the best teammate.
Yes.
We know this.
Jonnu Smith got out of prison.
My theory on Jonnu Smith getting more and more targets has just proven he's skyrocketed.
I told you. I love Jonnu Smith.
He's skyrocketed. He's crushing.
All right. I think it's time. Because I've got a hard out at 2:45. I got to go pick my daughter up at school. So it's time. It's time we do it together. Nuts to butts.
Then you shouldn't be afraid to ride the snake.
Ride the snake.
Captain Snake draft, 3 rules. Simple. 1, no dupes. 2, no mocking. That includes eye contact, shifting the head like this. Or head movement, really. We have AI robotically programmed a device that monitors head movement, and your camera will be shut off if you move it in a mocking way. 3, no provisionals. 4, no more rules.
This
Flip
is
the coin.
true.
Yeah. Well, if you not think we're fucking serious about rules at RPS, it's enforced. If you want to fuck around, you will find out here. Right?
He was not in the zone.
Yes. Just look what we were talking about last night in our chat. That guy's finding out today.
Yeah.
At 4:00 Eastern Standard fucking time. All right. Flip the coin. Call it.
Loon.
Got it. You're first.
Najee Harris.
Najee Harris. Harris 1. I will go Kamala Harris. No, I'm not doing that. No politics on this show. That's a joke. That's a joke, Chad. I'm going to go. Who you said Najee Harris? I'm going Nick Chubb. I'm doing it. That's terrible. I'm not doing Nick Chubb. I'm doing Njoku.
Nope, no takebacks.
Fuck. Chubb first, and then Njoku second.
Okay. I'm going with Steelers defense, Browns defense.
Wow. That's an aggressive. Are you serious? There'll be a 2-3? I like that. Look at that.
I'm feeling it.
Yeah. And my third pick, the filter pick of the day. This is real. This is not. I'm going to say Pickens, just for volume alone, even though it's shitty weather. George Pickens. That's it.
We have to do a pick 6, bro.
Let's do it, broski. Pick 6.
Pick 6, sponsored by
DraftKings.
DraftKings Inc.
$5 in, $5 into pick 6. Your first deposit, you get $50 out. And I think that if you deposit $5 on DraftKings right now, by the way, use code RPS if you're signing up to DraftKings. Mm-hmm. And I think that if you put literally deposit $5 on DraftKings for anything, you get a $5 ticket into the Millie. Is it for next week? Is it a $5 Millie next week?
Yes, on Thanksgiving.
Okay. That's a big freaking contest. All right, pick 6. Let's go. You pick first.
Okay. First, I'm going with George Pickens under 59.5 receiving.
Darnell Washington over 10.5 receiving yards. That's an easy one.
Jameis Winston under 220.5 passing yards.
Like it. Nick Chubb over 52.5 rushing yards.
Najee Harris over 7.5 receiving yards.
Like that. Just give me a touchdown now. I can't do Najee Harris touchdown. I will say Cedric Tillman under 3.5 receptions.
Bonus.
That's 6.
Jack Eichel over 3.5 shots on goal.
Who are they playing? They just played the Leafs last night.
Ottawa.
Ottawa stinks, dude. They stink. Linus Ullmark stinks. Ottawa stinks. The city stinks. The team stink. The Rough Riders stink. Go Argos.
The Red Blacks? Ottawa Red Blacks?
Yeah. I don't like that name. God help us if DeVito wins. So Mark, did you notice pricing for Sunday on the classic?
Yeah, DeVito's 4K.
But it's softened up a little bit.
Yes.
Okay. I think that was intentional. The smart people at DraftKings realized, or a smart person at DraftKings who mentioned it to me, and he's like, "Do you feel like everything's really expensive?" I'm like, "Yeah, these running backs are really expensive."
I kind of like it. I kind of like the tight pricing, but I don't think people in general like it.
You couldn't pay up for quarterbacks,
right? And so it gave you a very you typically were pigeonholed into certain types of builds. Last week, the Jameis Winston builds
at
were
two punts. You
pretty much had to do it. And, so I get it.
So now you get really good value running backs. I see 2 or 3 on there. I don't think you need DeVito this week. Like in other weeks. Yeah. 12-point, 14-point DeVito is really good. I still think he's a decent play. 4K.
Yeah. No, I mean, especially with neighbors, you don't have to go there.
Double tight end. It was double tight end last week, dude. If you call Taysom Hill tight end. Tyrone Tracy's the lock. T Tracy, 6K or 59K. Bryce, wake up. Every time I see Brandon McNair because he has a B and it's the color, I think it's Steve Boynton. This entire show, I thought this was Steve Boynton.
Okay. Shout out to
We want that $88 contest payout fixed. What's wrong with it, IPT?
Yeah.
I'm always too late to it.
It might be top heavy. We love top heavy. If you're not first, you're fucking last.
Yeah. Chase the big bucks, baby. Like the $5 100K NBA. Let's go. I don't want to finish with $10. I want 100K.
Perfect.
With Cade Cunningham. Fart noise.
Not everybody can win like me, bro.
That's right. My man. I'll talk to you Monday.
Bye.